milkmaids sleeping with their large milk containers, and these milky girls welcome their useless party pooper sibling Kazushi from his worthless part-time job. However, he insults them for once again hanging around in other people's apartments, to which Ayane smugly asks if she didn't send him a message this time. However, Kazushi recalls how adorable Ayane was when they first met. Then, Ayane, swinging her milky melons, asks Kazushi where the pudding is. She angrily reminds him that she texted him to buy some, to which Nega claims he never knew about that. Nega, however, suggests that he might just take a bath to detoxify himself. But those two milkmaids open the bathroom door, and Ayane angrily asks him how he just takes a dip in there and detanify himself. The second milkmaid, Kotone, mentions to Nega that the water has a luxurious bath salt in it. Nega smiles, thinking of his sweet home Alabama, and tells them that they still have some space there. Nega says that's a luxurious bath salt for her, stating that his skin feels smooth and moisturized, to which Ayane decides to end racism there. Next, the two milkmaids display their swimsuits along with a lovely bakery. Nega blushes upon seeing the milkmaids' milk machines. Later, Kotone sits in the same bathtub as Nega, displaying her standards by sitting on Kazushi. However, because of her immoral actions, she feels a 3-inch tiny banana of hope for Kazushi, and Nega feels he must calm down to avoid being exposed. Nega believes they always took baths together when they were younger, but it doesn't matter how delicious her bakery tastes. But when she notices the little banana, the milkmaid becomes depressed for her bakery and tries to get out of the tub, only to have her legs fall off. She falls on Kazushi once more, and this time he wonders why she is acting so slimy. However, he also demonstrates his standards by grabbing her melons. He explains to her that the purpose of this physical treatment is to help the milkmaids develop a sense of trust and sisterhood. Kotone responds that it's simply some holy stretch, when Ayane blushes and asks them what the hell they have been doing there. The dude literally doesn't let any chance for his mercy in hell. But then Ayane sits in their bathtub, and those holy people feel that little banana literally went in. Nega apologizes to milkmaid Kotone nonetheless, because he has a tiny banana for her business. Ayane, on the other hand, remarks that although it feels great, it is definitely cramped. Nevertheless, she decides to take her time and dip in later, telling those holy folks that she is leaving for the time being. When she exits the Alabama restroom with a tiny banana in her hand, Kotone groans. Kazushi apologizes, saying that's normal since Negas do the same thing. She adds that she will accompany him, but Nega subsequently demonstrates his standards once more. He grabs her and asks her to stay a little while longer. The milkmaid tells him they can't go any farther.
Stop the cap!
He tells her that she's just too cute. Nega shamelessly says he doesn't think he will regret it. He then asks her if she hates his 3-inch bananas, but she responds that size doesn't matter. After that, Nega says he can no longer hold back and begins to carry out his holy actions. He tells her that although her bakery feels soft, it's actually squeezing his small banana deep inside, and they are both ending racism. Kazushi also grants her a lifetime Nega Pass subscription for her milkmaid act with him. He asks her if she has grown accustomed to his tiny banana, to which she responds in the affirmative. However, she then tells him that she feels a little strange hollow in her bakery because of his tiny banana, but then advises him to keep going because for some reason, it feels too good. The racism ends there when Nega drizzles his mayonnaise on her bakery. Because of his small banana, Kazushi believes he missed his opportunity to apologize to the milkmaid and Kotone and ended up sleeping between the two of them. Nega is staring at the milkmaid and wondering if she is already pregnant. He is also recalling the holy action he performed with that milkmaid, but Nega is acting fiercely once more. Initially, he believes it is his fault for touching her bakery, but he also believes the other two milkmaids are too strong to defend themselves in the first round because they are already fully grown adults with melons and bakeries. However, he later realizes that this is bad because his late uncle and aunt won't forgive him for what he did to his sisters, creating an Alabama family. However, as Nega stares at her melons, he begins to have illustrative thoughts. He believes that if he could have banged her earlier, then he would not be far from hell. Afterward, Nega demonstrates his standards by touching the milkmaid sleeping bakery, to which she slaps his holy hands, revealing that she is in fact awake. But Nega tells Milkmaid that it's all her fault if she ends up being a Nega mommy. He tells her that he turned off his mayonnaise earlier and that it won't set down in her bakery. Milkmaid tells him to wait, and she gives him a humiliating look because of his 3-inch banana. He is shocked to learn that it's Ayane who also learned about his size, and he feels terrible because another milkmaid finds out his sacred secret. She becomes upset, wondering how a guy could have such a tiny banana for her bakery. He then accuses her of being a cute milkmaid. Later, Nega begins acting immorally, which makes Ayane feel embarrassed. However, he assures her that he will also give her AN pass for using profanity. After that, he inspects the quality of her bakery, to which she responds by calling him Niggy Niggy. Kazushi believes that if the milkmaid calls him that now, he will turn her into a tomboy. So, he tells her that he can't contain his mayonnaise any longer, and his banana is getting smaller. He also tells her that he wants a baby Nega, and he squeezes her melons, calling her a milky milkmaid. She tells him to wait for her milk, but Nega doesn't stop himself, so her bakery gets shut down. Ayane keeps calling him 3-inchy, to which he responds, "Yes, I am." The milkmaid looks at his Nega, thinking about how small the cucumber he is carrying isn't able to heat up her bakery. He also thinks about how milkmaid she is, and he asks her if they can't have a baby Nega because of his tiny banana. However, when he starts baking her bakery, he feels that it is sinful and silky smooth, which is why he feels so good. Then, after telling her that he was going to pour mayonnaise over her bakery, Nega detanified it with his mayonnaise, and the milkmaid called him a dummy. When they noticed that Kotone had turned around while she was sleeping, they were pleased, but Milkmaid Ayane became enraged because Kazushi had spilled 3 drops of mayonnaise on her bakery. Thank you for watching. If you want melons, please remark Milkmaid and hit the like button.